Hey everyone, I apologize in advance yet again if I don't sound all that good. I'm sounding a bit more nasally at the moment because I am dealing with yet another bout of tonsillitis. Yes, I know I've got to get these damn things cut out. One day. I'm on the waiting list, and the waiting list is currently about 4 years long, so fingers crossed, 4 years! By the way, you could probably hear my fan, it's bloody hot. It's Australian spring, so we're experiencing 35 degrees today, which last week it was like 20 degrees Celsius, that is. Anyway, I'm always talking about the bloody weather. Today's video is going to be unlike anything I've done before, and I would like to thank the 2 subscribers that I met on the balcony at the Jeffree Star meetup, because I did throw this idea out to them, whether they would be interested and whether they thought you guys would be interested, and they said, hell yes, do the video. So today is going to be a story time. It is going to be about not my finest moment on this planet, probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and it involves a plane and some bodily functions. So let's get straight into it. So as you may or may not know, last year I went to London for London Edge. I was a guest influencer blogger thingo at London Edge, and you know, I had a fantastic time. I got to meet some friends, you know, that I've spoken to on the internet for quite some time, so like Kaya and Mara again, and my best friend Lorella, and we hung out for a few days, had a lot of fun, and you know, it was great. However, the journey there was not so great. So I flew from Brisbane to Guangzhou in China, and I had about a 6-hour layover on the way there. On the way back it was a 10-hour. So, you know, wandering around the airport, couldn't eat anything because I literally only know a couple words in Chinese, and I literally only drank water and some orange juice. And if you're new here and wondering why I couldn't eat anything, 1, I am lactose intolerant, 2, I am anaphylactic towards seafood, and 3, I'm vegan. So anyway, 6 hours later, I'm starving, getting ready to get on this flight, you know, really pumped because I'm like, yes, food! And they serve vegan food because, you know, dietary requirements and also allergies. So they were very, very well aware of my allergies and very aware of my dietary requirements. And so Guangzhou Airport is a big airport that is for connecting flights, particularly from Thai Air, China Southern, and a couple of the Indian airlines, and Thailand, sorry, Thailand. I always get them mixed up, I'm really sorry. Thailand and India have not a huge population, but they have a considerable population of vegetarian and vegans. So they're very, very accommodating towards dietary requirements like this, particularly because they make up a majority of the flying market. So that was all good. Got on the flight, and the first meal, it's a curry. I love curries. However, I have a condition called gastroparesis, which means that spicy does not agree with me. I love spicy food, I adore it, but I end up needing to sit on the toilet for considerable amounts of time because of the lava backflow that is flowing out of me. I'm really sorry, this is going to be incredibly graphic with what I'm about to tell you, and you may look at me in a completely different light. So, I eat the first meal. It's fantastic. It is a beautiful vegan vindaloo, and I haven't had one of these for quite some time because of gastroparesis. Typically, if I'm going to eat a nice spicy curry, I'll make sure I have nothing going the next day, because I like to punish myself like that for the sake of my taste buds and the enjoyment of the food. So I ate this vindaloo, the rice, the beautiful dragon fruit that was also served to me, and the bread. I was sitting in a row that had, I think, 4 or 5 people, I can't remember, but I was on the end, So I had the aisle here. It was the middle row of a big Airbus, and there was 4 or 5 people, and it was a family. I do know that they were Chinese because they were speaking Mandarin, and I do recognize Mandarin. I went to boarding school with quite a few people from Hong Kong and mainland China, so I do know the language by auditory recognition. I don't know how to speak it. So they're all chatting away like families do. I thought it was sweet, and then the Vindaloo hits me. And I know there were a couple other people who were also feeling this, because it was a bloody spicy curry. Fantastic, lovely, but spicy. The middle lot of toilets, which were only 2 rows in front of me, were packed constantly. And I noticed it was by everyone who had the vegan meal. So, you know, there were a lot of people waiting for the toilets, including myself. So I finally got in. It felt great. The stomach pains kind of subsided a little bit. I went back to my seat and it started again. And it was that churning feeling where everything feels like it is just trying to push all the gas and everything humanly possible out your anus.
Anus. Anus, anus, anus.
That is what that feeling was, you know, that churning. So I started to feel the churning again. Sorry, there's a moth up there and it just... Hello, moth. Make home on there. You're cute. Anyway, so I start to feel the churning again about 10 minutes after I had just relieved myself in the toilet. So I get back up again, wait in the line, and it's growing still for the toilet. And this continued. I had to eventually wait half an hour, just sit there with that pain, sweating. Oh my god, I was sweating so much. I was cold. Like, airplanes are cold, but I was profusely sweating from the fact I was holding in a volcanic eruption until I could finally use the toilet. So every half an hour I'd get back up and go. And then it got to the point where we were about 2 hours away from London Heathrow, and I had been awake for 2 days at this point, you know, on planes. I can't sleep on planes for some reason, and also, you know, in airports, all of that jazz. So I'm just like, I'm so tired. I'm in pain. I can't stop sweating. I'm tired. I'm not having a good time. So I know my body's like trying to fart, essentially. Pass wind, fart, flatulate. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking over at the family, and you know, they're playing some game on their iPad or whatever, and you know, having a great old time. You know, I'm guessing that they were going on holiday or meeting up with someone. And I'm just sitting there going, oh my god, they must think I don't know what they think of me, but it's not good. But I'm sitting there, and the toilet line at this point was huge. Mind you, we're 2 hours away from Heathrow. So I'm just like, I'm not going to make it. Just like, I'm pretty sure this is gas. But I wasn't 100%, but I thought I would take my chances because the line was so incredible, and I didn't want to pass gas and possibly shit myself standing up in front of someone. So I looked over at the family, and I just thought, oh god, oh god. I shut off my music just so I could like hear what was going on, just to make sure that like I wasn't dobbing myself in or calling myself out for being a nasty bitch. So I start relaxing a little bit, and it was noisy. It was very noisy. I'll just put it like that. But not only was it noisy, it smelled like something had crawled up inside me, died, and its ghost had come back to haunt everyone with this foul smell. So this family obviously knew it was me. And I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to like pass it off like, oh, what's that bad smell? Who did that? But they're looking at me like, bitch, we know it was you. By that time, you know, 2 hours later, we had landed in Heathrow, and this smell had not gone away, by the way. It had not gone. It was still there. So at that point, I'm like, look, you know, the cabin air filters haven't pulled this away. There is something here haunting me. So I got out, went straight to the bathrooms at Heathrow Airport to find out I had done something. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe, like, I can't believe I'm putting this out there, but, you know, we all have our embarrassing moments. I had followed through.
Oh my god. He's shit everywhere. There's shit everywhere!
The Vindaloo had gone straight through me and evacuated my whole entire system, brought all its cousins with it. It wanted to go on holiday with me. Luckily, I had my suitcases with me, so I threw away my underwear, got a new pair out, and I was like, oh my god. The reason why I decided to, like, you know, let it go on the plane was because I'm like, I'm never going to see these people again. They're not going to... One, I thought I could get away with it, and two, I was like, if I don't, they're not going to see me again. I was wrong. So anyway, as I was leaving Heathrow, I went out, because I was lost. I was trying to find the train area, and I went onto the train platform to go to Paddington, because Paddington had an interchange to go onto the next train to go to King's Cross. So I got to Paddington, and who do I see there? The family. The family I sat next to, who I literally shit my pants next to. And they pointed over at me. I think they were there meeting someone, but they pointed over at me and were like, oh, tapped someone on the arm and then pointed at me and went, ooh, stinky, like, you know, doing that. And I'm like, oh my god, really? Really? But then I was like, I'm never gonna see them again. I'm not from this country. This is okay. So I got on my next train, go to King's Cross, and walked up to my hotel in Angel Islington, slept for a long time, and the next day I went to go pick up my friend Lorella from Camden train station, because we were going to be staying together in a hotel, and she lives in Basingstoke, so she was coming down to hang out with me, and yeah. So I was walking from Angel back to the King's Cross station to meet up with another friend, Catherine. So as I was walking to King's Cross station, I stopped outside because I saw somewhere I could get a drink. It was Boots or something like that. And I grabbed a drink, went outside and sat on the ledge just outside near the taxi rank area. And who did I see? The same people pointed at me and then went like this. For fuck's sake, am I really just Stinky Girl? Am I... Whew. So, you know, later on that day, I had to tell Lorella what was going on, just in case we saw these people again. We didn't, thank God, but obviously they were staying in the same area as me, because they wouldn't have seen me at King's Cross the next day, but holy hell. That was embarrassing. And I could feel myself burning up every time I saw them and they saw me. Just, oh my god. And every time I saw someone who looked similar to them, I was just like, oh my god, and analyzing them to make sure whether they were them or not, just so I could plan an escape route. I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be Stinky Girl. But I guess to these people, this family, that's all I am. I mean, if somehow they end up watching this or watch this or I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But I am truly sorry that I'm nasty. I'm really sorry. Just, I will never eat curry on a flight again. Unless I fly Etihad. Because I learned with Etihad that they are even accommodating to stomach conditions like gastroparesis and stomach ulcers. So they do alter their curries to be much more mild and enjoyable for those of us who can't take spices. I guess it's actually really good for them in the end, because then they don't have you know, toxic waste. So that is my story about possibly the most embarrassing thing I have ever done. I have a whole multitude of embarrassing things that I've done, but I think this one pretty much tops the list. I mean, come on, I shit myself in public.
He shit everywhere!
So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't plan on making that many story times, but I thought that this one was quite lighthearted and that you guys can laugh at me all you want. And, you know, I want to bring smiles to your faces, so I hope that this did. I hope this story made you laugh, because I can look back at it now and laugh, but I also get that sense of like burning in my face, because it, just remembering how embarrassing it was, you know, brings it back, and like I am starting to sweat right now because I'm still embarrassed by it, but I can laugh, and I do tell people this because I like to see other people laugh. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to be here for every single video. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, because we all know YouTube doesn't want you to see me. And if you don't want to see me, then why are you here? Like this video if you like this story time and you want to hear of other embarrassing things that have happened to me. Comment down below if there's something you would like to see on this channel, and if there's any other kind of circumstances that you would like to hear about. And I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful, fantabulous day. I love you all. Stay safe. You're beautiful. Bye, guys.